How's it going, guys? This is Forensic Forex with Deontay, and I'm back with another video. This is episode 22 to the Asian Session Library. On Wednesday, the 10th, January 2024, we had another successful Asian model with US dollar versus Japanese yen. Let's walk through it together. As always, from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., we're normally going to see a phase of accumulation or consolidation. It is a dead zone. This period is called the New York lunch session. We're going to be utilizing the buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity that we still have available going into Asian session for the model. That is the key point to this model. We need those liquidity pools. So we're going to mark off the unbroken swing highs and swing lows that we have available to us. So a swing high is going to represent the buy side liquidity, and a swing low is going to represent the sell side liquidity. And we only have one here, as we can see here. All the other swing lows are broken, so we're not going to be utilizing them. And this is the Asian session open. Anything above it is a premium. Anything below it is a discount. It's ideal for you going into a session to look for buys when price drops below the opening price. It's ideal for you to look for sells when price moves above the Asian open. So let's see what happens when price moves in. You can see we get a purge. So price purges sell side liquidity. So that puts me at alert. At this point, I would look at the 1 minute time frame and look for an entry technique to go back to buy side liquidity. Let's take a look at where we can find one. You can see price is below the Asian open. That's 8 p.m. New York Eastern Standard Time. Here, we got that purge on the sell side liquidity here. What are we going to be looking for? We're going to be looking for a fair value gap that breaks a swing high. Now, I know people earlier into the playlist, you've probably saw me say take the very first fair value gap that forms, and you can see that's one here. But that's how I used to use the model. I refined it, and I took the first fair value gap that breaks a swing high for my entry technique. So it wouldn't be that one. It would be this one. This fair value gap here that breaks this swing high here. So you can see price breaks the swing high here. And we have the fair value gap running through that swing high here. What are we going to do? We're going to wait for price to hit the premium side of that fair value gap, the end of it here, since it's an up closing fair value gap or a busy, a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. We're going to look to go long here when price returns back down into it. And we're going to go for a 1-to-1. As always, 15 pip stop loss, 15 pip TP. You can change it up to your liking, but I'm just showing you what Deontay does. I don't want to confuse people. I'm just expressing to you how I find success with this model during Asian. So we're going to wait to see what happens now. So here we wouldn't chase the price. Now, most people psychologically would see this and be like, I'm missing it. It's moving, Deontay. I got to get in. You wait. You don't abandon ship. You wait. You can see here, price taps us in. We're in long now. And now we hold. And we can see we got 15 pips here, right there. So you could be risking 1% per trade during the Asian session model. I'm only looking for one trade. There are times where a price does break the sell side and it does run all the way back up to the buy side. We've noticed that through some of the episodes in the series. And then even when it gets up to the buy side, it even gives a second opportunity to go short. We've seen examples like that. But generally, I'm only looking for one trade per session. And that one trade is either going to be 1% risk, 1.5% risk, or 2% risk. Or let's say I took a loser on a losing trade and I need to mitigate my losses, I'm going to have to lower my risk. I can't risk 1% again. I can't risk 2% again. I need to cut my risk in half, make up for that loss, and then I could put on that full risk again once I've mitigated all my losses. So here, another example for the Asian session model. Successful for UJ, just to play it out for fun, see what happens after the 15 pips have been taken. Play it all the way to the end. And there we go. That's the end of the Asian session here.